welcome back. We are going to do an update and a bit of a label profile for Zombie Danz from Belgium and Down with the Most High from Spain. As you can see by the title, Warm Climate Metal, we're going to talk about mainly that part of the world. I took the term from a interview or a talk that HOUDT OUW from Nuclear War now did with Taufik from Zombie Danz about, basically about the Zombie Danz magazine 3 Brazilian Dead Worshippers prayer book. And I think about 4 months ago now, completely passed me by. They talk about a lot of stuff. They go into the Brazilian scene, of course, some cogumelo classics that you maybe didn't know or are not as well known maybe, but mostly, and I was, completely flabbergasted that my collection did the same, that the Colombian or the Brazilian scene, mostly South America, links up with the Finnish stuff like Beherit, but it all comes together within the war metal and the bestial side, so it makes sense. So yeah, 2 labels. For Zombie Danz, you should look to that side of things, but it will be all over the place, as well as for Down with the Most High. Warm Climate Metal is just a moniker. They got on my radar, and the link both is the Dead Christ, which is in this booklet. I think, yes, Dead Christ demo anthology. Is it demo anthology? Yeah, discography actually, where Zombie Danz did the LP version and they Down with the Most High did the tape box. I was looking, or I am focusing on the 2 because they were going to do the Unobtainable, a Belgian band from, I guess, early 90s. They have a side band called Pseudologia Fantastica, also from that time. I think they had the demo in 92. The live tape from Nocturne de Mantos also 92 and maybe 94. Let's see. Live tape is from Elslo in Holland, and Diabolic Demolition, I think 94, but I'm not sure. Yeah, still looking for the tape. But where Taufik Zombie Danz gave up, he now got a push from Down with the Most High. It seems to get those 2 demos back on track, because Nocturne de Manto is basically a bit of a, weird grindcore, borderline black metal band that didn't have much output, but is fantastic in their own rights. I dug up this one, Daemonium Aeternus, a Dutch zine from 92, around that time, that was published by The Unsane from Bestial Summoning, and it has the Nocturne de Manto, the well-known, I guess, pictures from the Antichrist Perverter. There's Barathrum in here, Goat Penis, so it's very early on material, but it has one of the few Nocturne de Manto interviews, 2-pager, and then there's another picture of him with his unique angel corpse paint. Yeah, talks about what you think it is going to talk about. So I've seen it on a promo. It should be coming out, I guess. I'm not sure. Within researching this, I noticed that I was more familiar with the labels, or with Down with the Most High than I thought, or longer, because I had this, and this is what is now playing. This is the Bacterium Filinigrantium Infernalium, I guess, with, here we go, In Munditia Odi Plena Filtros das Trevas Infernais, something like that. A Portuguese, not a Spanish, but pure Portuguese band that was very influential. It is basically a bit of Hellhammer done Portuguese style, something like that, but yeah, a influential band for everything that was going to come after, after in Portugal, I would say. 2 demo compilations, Bacterium, and then the, once again, I'm going to FNI, I should say, but yeah, look at these pictures very early on, and some of this artwork that shows up throughout the entire history of the Portuguese scene. I'm not going to go too heavy into it, because I already showed this years ago, but let's see what it says. Along with Decade and Moonspell were part of the trident who represented the excellence and eccentricity of southern black metal in Portugal during the convulse prime of the 2nd wave of black metal in the early 90s. Justinian scene spawned its unique sonority as their contagious, I guess, I don't know that word, did in the shores of Greece and Italy. FNI were no exception, so it goes with this flyer and proclamation on the back. So Yeah, very interesting band, very interesting record that I re-dug up out of the depths of the Portuguese bin. Yeah, this is in a lot of distros, so if you are into Portuguese metal and you missed this by any chance, get onto it. That's it. Before we dig into what we have, Down with the Most High has stuff coming out, mostly witchcraft stuff. I got this from him. This is the very nice witchcraft hoodie. Like I said, it is hoodie season still. Some Beherit worship here and there. Witchcraft, of course, one of the newer bands to come out of Finland that have a bunch of bands that are all worth checking out. It goes from Maniacal, Bestial into just pure black Beherit worship, all over the place, but very young guys from what I can see or what I can tell that that do it right. What else is coming out for them, I'm not really sure. For Zombie Dance, flip-flop, but I'll split the two in half in a minute. Zombie Dance has two new records out now. It's Spectral Moonwit, and I'm going to read this. Tenebrae Semitam Meam, which I don't know what it means. Tenebrae is darkness, but that's all I know. They compare it, or they say it could be Samael if they kept playing worship him. They're a band from Lima, Peru. Play Black Doom. They had a demo rehearsal, self-release that came out on tape through Zombie Dance, I think, a few years ago. Completely missed that. Around the same time, Verdict Ceremony and those kind of things came out. Very rehearsal quality on that one. The new record, I haven't heard it, but it has a 2-song preview on YouTube, which is 25 minutes. So yeah, it's a double LP, which is, a big piece of work. Sound-wise, it's dug out of the gutter. It's still, necro, whatever you want to call it, but it's very listenable and very, very well produced. The second one is Abysmal, which is out now from Chile. Disciples of the Black Ram. It's compared to Zemiel and Bewitched. It is just a single LP, but the cover feels very Greek. So yeah, good old school party going on there. And then you have two more 7 inches. One is by Necromantical Invocation, Le Clé de la Magie Noire, which has this came out first on Zombie Dance and Medieval Prophecy. This is the Dogme et Rituel de la Haute Magie. So it's Greek stuff, but yeah, into the magic stuff. It says here the cover for that thing also comes into, or is also noticed in the Black Magic calendar that the French label is doing right now, which looks incredible. I'll try to link as much as possible because I'm talking a lot and I'm, giving a lot of info. Yeah. So that 7-inch is coming out. If it's as good as the tape, it will be very nice. I was expecting full length, but whatever. And then the second one is Opus Magorum, which I don't know. I don't even know what country they're from, but it seems they are very active for a long time, 20 years, and they have tapes and whatever you want to call it, a lot of stuff. But yeah, some stuff that will be coming out and that is out already, but always quality stuff. And you will see, as with Zombie Dance, as with Down with the Most High, they maximize their product. It's always very informative, very archival, if it's possible. I think with the Nocturne de Manto, it will be very bare bones if it ever comes out. But yeah, let's delve into the records we have for part 2. Okay, let's get into the Zombie Dance first 4. The first one is As Zahar, I think that's how you pronounce it, from Singapore, Malaysia. Phenomistic is what it's called, and this is a re-release of their, I'm not 100% sure because they have a lot of stuff, but I think it's their first full-length as far as I can see. It is a very of that part of the world feeling record. I mean, the way it looks. They are a band that started in 92. Before they were called Ethos, and they have Beyond Reality, a 3-tracker from 92. This one I think is from 96. So yeah, re-released finally by Zombie Dance. Very colorful affair. Here are the people behind it. It seems that there is one main character I think Iblis, but I'm not sure. They have some real serious monikers behind their name and whatever they are playing. But yeah, it's their debut. They have around 30 releases. One that goes, or the discography goes as far as to the new stuff, which came out this year, split with the True Werewolf. They have an EP in 22, they have a full in 21, so they keep on playing. Not sure if the overall sound is as good as on this one, but yeah, for sure this is worth checking out, and that is the case for all of the Zombie stuff. He curates very well, I think, the things he chooses to put out on his label. It's mostly forgotten stuff. This is the, for example, this was said with the archival. This is the tape release put out, the J card, I should say. We are listening to the Necromantical Invocation. The Portuguese thing was freaking me out. Let's see. It has a Norwegian romantic influence, which is not strange around 96. But it has its own tone. I would say in the first half of the record, it kind of walks that path. But then around the mid part, there is... so it's very mid-based, steady, and it has speedy passages, so tempo-wise it goes all over the place. The singer has a very commanding voice, which cuts through the music very, very good and very well. Then there's an interlude, which is called Symphony Yimbalang. I think it's the first track on the second part, which catapults you into the second part of the record, the second half of the record, where it becomes more interesting. The instrumentation becomes a little bit more of this world, which is the Singapore Malaysian sounds. But it's never really an Asian sounding record. It really draws inspiration from European stuff. But it has, I'm not going to say bongo playing, but it has those weird kind of Asian drums going through it here and there. So yeah, more interesting instrumentation on the second half, I would say. There's some dungeon synth here and there, but also not classic dungeon synth. It is classical inspired. You can hear that they can play and that they know how to play their instruments, but yeah, interesting record for sure. I showed the card. There's a lyric sheet. I'll show it again because it's very well done. It's not a lot info, but it is nicely done. I'm not sure if they're still available here and there, but yeah, some of them are, some of them are not. Very nice center labels, A and B. There you go. Just a single record, not a double. But yeah, like I said, dug up from 96, and then they have quite the career. And it's weird that bands like this not go unnoticed, because that would be saying that nobody knows about them, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird that these go under the radar. I mean, look at them. Very sick release. But yeah, I don't see it pop up. I don't see Zombie Dance pop up in general in these videos, I think, because they are going to the people that are deeply interested in this music and not just, you know, searching for new stuff, I guess. But yeah, here we go. As Zahar is the first one. Anything else? No, I think I got through it. Then a newer record from them, and this is from Finland, a Finland party or a Finnish party. This is a band from Helsinki. They have one tape, The Depths of Dementia, from 2019, and then a split with Grave Violator. There you go. A band that has been around for a bit, but not that long. They are joined now by, and I have to pronounce her name right, Heidi Kettunen from Rehearsal, Sinister, from Earth Latitudes, you know, all those kind of bands. But yeah, she does bass and she does vocals, and she does it very, very good. A lot of these records have, as I said in the interludes, there's a lot of Beherit worship, a lot of bestial worship, so they have that Beherit breath going through it, and this is by no means a different party. It has very whispered, hushy vocals here and there, but she can, or when she comes through, like with the other records that I mentioned her, she has this very serpentine kind of breathy vocal, which makes it really interesting. But yeah, very cool cover. There is a self-released tape version of this. I love the back. No, there's no info, nothing, just a band picture doing some kind of seance. There's a knife going into a bone, stuff like that. Yeah. Is there anything else? Yes, there is a lyric sheet. Yes. And then there are the 4 members. There you go. Sound-wise, cavernous, cryptic death metal. It is that satanic, bestial Beherit, but it has some baratrum going through it. Very full and heavy sound. There is a synth ambient mid parts. It then descends through whammy tropes, you know, descending into madness stuff. So it's all over the place, but it is a very well produced, very well-rounded record. And after everything that comes, it slows down the pace and it just drags you down for a final dirge, and that's where the baratrum comes in, that Finnish death doom that we love so much from them. So yeah, all over the place, influence-wise, although it's a very Finnish party. There you go, Zombie Dance, and then a Baphomet or a goat skull on the back. Yeah, anything else from Helsinki, but I've said that. No, that's it. Their previous one was from 22, so it's a younger band, I should say. It's not really what Zombie Dance is doing. They are mainly into the older stuff, but cool to see some bands like this. Although they did the Rehearsal and the Split too, so a bit talking out of my ass. Is it that? Yes, the track Boundless Fire is, if you check anything out from that record start there, it is a real good one. Then, a band from Greece, and this is called Hiphepton, Grandmaster of the Final Harvest. There is a demon Lovecraftian theme going through here, but I don't know too much about Lovecraft, or I'm not so into the lore that I know that is specific about this. It's more demonology in general, I think. Life Eternal and Zombie Dance Records co-production. Life Eternal from Germany. Yes, there you go. This is the back. Another goat head. This is the front. It has that, you know, Lovecraftian demon worship thing going through it. It is a death metal record, but it is a bone dry, very dry death metal record that takes a lot of influence from doom. So it is death metal in the sense that it has that, but it's actually more of a death doom sound they are producing, but that very, very dry tone. There is a insert. In the slower parts I've written down, it has a very Iommi tone, so the Black Sabbath guitar tone comes through in here. It says here that they are a duo, Cowls, I think, and Noddens. There's just one guy above ground, maybe the other one is subterranean or in the back, I don't see him, but yeah. This exclusive LP version is dedicated to the memory of my father. There we go. It has something to do with that, but yeah. The record itself, the vocals are very, I wouldn't say whispered, not hushed or whispered, but they are very spell-like in a sense. Yeah, spell-like delivery, and then it has those sighs that run through it, like aspirations of life coming out of the guy's throat. So it makes for a very interesting listen. The rhythm section is the fact that it is so bone dry. The bass is maybe the most dry of all. It follows the rhythm section to a T. It doesn't do what Greek bass usually does, but the drums have that kind of Krieghalle big sounds that go through it, so it gives some depth to the entire thing. But like I say, it is very dry. It is light but tight, but it has that old demo rotten sound. Yeah, interesting for Greek, but to have the bass play so steady and so, you know, into the rhythm, it is weird for something like this. And then the one that shocked me the most is Biophobia with the Holy Office. Biophobia is from Bulgaria, another record from '96, like the Zahar, something like it. This one is a bit of a weird record. Here are the guys, so you can get a feel for what I mean. On Zombie Danz, of course. This is a fold-over sleeve with the info in the center. Once again, there we go. Some nice pictures, some nice stuff. The Holy Office from Bulgaria, '96. Let's see, what did I wrote down? They get compared to Demo, the early Demo, or the mid to early Demo, I should say, an Old Man's Child. It has keys in there, but more as a support than a symphonic lead. So it supports music more than takes over. It's more orchestral than symphonic, I should or will say. The guitar is actually more symphonic than what the keys are doing. So it's very supportive in that way. The guitarist is also the violinist, so I think he's classically trained in some way, and you can hear it. There is a bit of a linear structure to the songs once they start playing, but yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of the same sounding throughout of the songs, but there's folk tempos in there, there's a violin and a bit here and there, there's a mellotron going in the back, I think, because it's very weird sound. There's this distant wail that or a mellotron does, or a synth, I don't know, but for the people living here, and if you know Baantje, one of those annoying detective series, it has that kind of tone in there that I never heard. But yeah, the title track has a bit of that metal shugging going through it, so it's also all over the place, but once again, it's a very good record. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I compared it in the first place to Pokeros, but it's something different altogether. It has this solo guitar that is a bit cheesy sometimes here and there. It solos all over the place. It's good, far from being bad or anything, but it's just, yeah, it's a bit cheesy here and there, but it's played over a blistering soundtrack in the back, so it all kind of works. A very full album in the sense that it keeps building it to the title track, which is the second to last, I think. Yeah, second to last. Then you have Ave Cesar, Morituriti Te Salutant, and then you have the outro. So it's a very very well written record that just builds to a natural conclusion, which I really appreciate and like. One last picture from the guys. Yeah, and to be from Bulgaria, I don't know. It is, I don't know too many bands from Bulgaria, but at least I know one now. Let's see, anything else? The naggy old detective synth? No. Yeah, like I said, a very, very well worth record to check out. And this is as cheap as 12 euros in some distros, I think. So a distro in the Netherlands that still has this for dirt cheap, but yeah. Cool cover, great records. They have 3 fulls, 1 split, and 3 demos. And the last demo, I think the last full was from '98. The last demo was from 2002. So I don't know if there's still life in the band, but yeah, definitely worth checking out. If you check out one of them, I would say give that a shot for the old one, then maybe the Depravement for for the new one. But once again, 4 new slabs of wax from Zombie Danz that are very worth picking up. If you can still find them, they should be in distros here and there. But that's it for Zombie Danz. We are going to go into Down with the Most High. Hey, the tape ran out sooner than I thought. It's just a 4-tracker, so we are listening to Biophobia. Oh, for now, you'll hear the distant wails I was talking about very soon. Into Down with the Most High. Daniel from Spain, who has a very worthwhile label to look into. They produce stuff with the highest quality. I was going to show the Witchcraft badge, but it's somewhere here. I stuck it in. I guess it's in the Perverted Ceremony Witchcraft split or something like that, but always with extreme high quality and care. think it was a Proclamation, but I'm not sure. That they just, there was nothing wrong with the record, but just a little fault in the record, and they shipped the entire thing back, or they put it on hold. So, you know, dedication to the craft. I picked up some stuff from them. I got some gifts from Daniel, which is always nice, of course. So let's dig in. This is the first thing, and this is a distro item for them. This is the Witchcraft and Nameless Tomb 7-inch split. I'm not too familiar with Nameless Tomb. It seems like a one-man project, but that's all I know, actually. There goes the sticker. It seems it is on Sacrificio Records from Barcelona, Spain. There you go. Sagrada Familia. And then there's a lot of extra stuff in here. Very simple but nice cover of both bands. Like I said, Finnish, and where is the other one from? I'm really not sure. Witchcraft side is Delirium Mare, a 5-minute track, and Nameless Tomb is Mother Devour. It sounds familiar, Nameless Tomb, but I couldn't put my finger on it. This is the insides. There you go. It comes with a folded booklet that gives you some, it's an interview with both bands, I think. This is the Nameless Tomb sides. Here are the guys from Witchcraft. So it's a mini zine / interview that they did, which is nice, I guess. And then the 7 inches, yeah, basically just a 7-inch. But for completion, let's look at it. So I can burp. There you go, Nameless Tomb. I haven't spun this one yet because something from Witchcraft came in that took priority for now. But yeah, Sacrificio Records, never heard of it actually. I'll probably have some stuff by them, but without even knowing it. A Spanish label, I guess. Why else would you put the Sagrada Familia on your stickers? But yeah, Witchcraft, the band to look for now. Then into the tapes first. Let's do in order that I listen to it. The first one is Domains with Sinister Ceremonies. I was under the impression that this was a brand new band or a brand new record. This is actually from 2014 and came out on the Sinister Flame, which should tell you everything you need to know. Very well produced tape, looks insanely good, insanely thick plastic. And this is the Jake Arts. Some great artwork and lyrics. The artwork, here we go. This is one of the records. If I was going to go by the cover, like Calling Key and Victory, if I was going to go by the cover, I would have probably not picked it up. But since the Sinister Flame tag was on here and Down with the Most High gave it to me as a gift, I checked it out. What it is a record that I spun 4 or 5 times just this week alone. The Domains Sinister Ceremonies. It starts with this regurgitating neck slide and you go into this death metal sound. It is a death metal sound, but it is very black metal riff structured, I would say. It is triumphant, you can't use that word anymore, but it is cavernous death metal played in a triumphant way, I should say. There's some guitar shredding. Vocals are a tad monotone throughout the entire thing for 43 minutes, which is a long time. But there's a lot of variation in the music. It has tempo switches. There are sounds go all over the place. There are squeals. There's shredding solos, and it's a very guitar-driven album. I think the end, once again, on this one, and that's maybe what makes a great record, that you can play it throughout and that it keeps, you know, surprising you or keeps talking to you. It has a bit of the Bulzer sound, but in reverse. I think Bulzer is a black metal band that leans or lends from death metal. I think this is a death metal band that lends from black metal, something like that. But the end is very good. Yeah, it has the type they pronounce the title in a way. I'm not going to. It's spoilers enough, but yeah, check this one out. It is so good that if I can find the LP, I'll probably pick it up too. But yeah, tape is still in stock. Did I get everything? Yes. Yeah, it's once again a very good tape. And Daniel, thank you for these extra tapes. Second one is Mythical with Under Mayhemic Dethronement. Did I read that right? Yes. There you go. If you look up Mythical, it is very hard to find something from them that is geography-wise clearing up where they are from, and that is a weird way to say that. It is, what I mean is, I think I read somewhere they are from Greece and the UK, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they are two-piece, if there are more than two people in the band. I know that they are working on a full, and that is near completion, because there was a picture that went up on Down with the Most High's Instagram, I think, that had some of this handwriting, saying that it would be soon. What this is a, I think, 3 demos. I write that down. Yes, a 3 demo compilation with 2 unreleased tracks that seeks inspiration from stuff from the Hellenic scene, so old Greek bands, Master's Hammer here and there, on the cusp before the 80s became the 90s, that kind of black metal. The track Tartarian Echoes is definitely my favorite, and it kind of changes the tape. I think the first demo is a bit more, it is not badly produced, but it hurts itself a bit by being that underproduced, I should say. It has that cavernous, crackling recording style, but you can hear that the riffs are play high, heavy, full. The drumming is very tight, so it's a very good band that plays well together. And it's kind of a bit of a shame that you don't hear the full experience, but like I said, when the track, once again, Tartarian Echoes comes in, it kind of changes, and production becomes a bit clearer maybe here and there, but yeah, all in all, still very worthwhile tape. And then one of their main bands, they had this, I don't know if that shows up, but they had this metal casing for this record. This is Sacrificio. Sacrificio is basically the band that came Bogorath, Proclamation, Sacrificio, and then you had Titan Blood, but I'll talk about it more in a bit. Guerra Eterna, a Spanish band, of course, maybe the Spanish band, together with the ones I just mentioned. Love how this looks. Red, yellow, Spanish fire. It is a cross between, and the records are on Iron Bonnet. They are all fiery, medieval, just, knights and armor stuff. It's a cross between war metal, but that's more the look. It's more heavy metal, Venom Worship, thrash. There's a snarly stomp from punk here and there, but a very good production. A very gallopy sound that gets that war rhythm into it. It is not war metal as Blasphemy, it's something different, but yeah. There you go, the entire J-cards, and this is what I mean by medieval weaponry and stuff like that. There you go. Very nice tape. Like I said, I was on the verge of ordering this when it came out, the metal casing, but didn't have the patience or the money at that time. Under license from Iron Bonnet and Nuclear War now. Anything else? Yeah, it's a very gallop sound spurred on by the the passion of those Spanish vocals really help it. There's some Slayer whammies here and there, so that's where the trash comes in, but very worthwhile. Once again, should pick up the vinyl records, but for now this one will suffice. Really love how this tape looks. Yeah, there you go. Then on to the records, and those are the 2 last ones. I decided to pull the trigger, so the tapes were a gift. I pulled the trigger on the sweater, which was very pricey, but once again, very worthwhile quality-wise. Cheers, Daniel. And Taufik. But yeah, I decided to pick up some more stuff because it's a side of black metal, or a country for black metal that I don't know too much about, the Spaniards or Spain. And this is Gorath, the pre-proclamation invocation of the ancient beast, the complete works. What this is a LP, A4 booklet, and a fanzine that I will show in a minute, but yeah. Gorath, let's see, they have 4 demos starting from, and that was maybe the most shocking. I was under the impression that it was, I knew it wasn't early 90s, but I was guessing mid 90s, 96, maybe end 90s, but this these demos start in 2002, and they managed to punch out 4 demos in that year. The Ascension of Plague Legions is the first one, Hatred Shall Be Thy Plague is the second one, Golgotha Implanation third, and then the fourth is Winds of Desolation and Perversity. There's one more, Rehearsal, and I think it's on here, but I'm not really sure, also from 2002. All by this guy, and this man is called, here we go, Usurper of Eternal Condemnation and Inverted Crucifixion, or as his mother calls him, Juan Carlos Deus. So yeah, a guy that has been active since the early 2000s, I should say. It's, like I said, Gorath, Proclamation, Sacrificio, and then Titan Blood. I'm not sure what his role is in there. I think he's one of the startup members, but he's not an active member anymore, if you can believe Discogs. It's all this kind of artwork, demo-wise. I'm pretty sure it's by his pen, but I can be 100% sure. Compilation of the 4 demos written and performed by Usurper, embryo of the entity which shortly after became Proclamation. Includes a booklet with liner notes, visual aggression from the early days, plus exact replica of the Panopticon fanzine, co-published by Gorath's mastermind during the era of the 2000s. There's a lot of shite in here. Of course, everything falls to the ground. Let's see what we have. There's some flyers. I don't know who has anything from that, but yeah, there we go. This is from Down with the Most High, their merch stuff. And as you can see, the patches for Misfire and Tormentor, Necromancia, Sacrificio, it's incredible, the quality, and they're big. And then, here we go, the releases. Let's see what is new. Proclamation is out, that's all out. There's a Decade split, I think. This is the Out Soon section. A lot of Witchcraft, and the Crucifixion and Mythical, I think, are sold out already. But here is the unobtainable. So you know I'm not lying. Then, what else is in here? A label cards, I guess, or a bagger for shirts. I'm going to throw some stuff on the ground. The record itself, it doesn't have too much extras record-wise, or here we go. A Blood Red Black Smoke Marble with a star on the back. And let's see, there should be an insert, but I can't find it now. Here it is. So you have this one, and this is Ascension of Lake Legal, blah blah blah. It's yeah, talks about the demo, or the second demo. You have the poster of the cover. There you go. Hear the wailing sins. There's the Proclamation cover, and then there is the booklets. And there you go. And this is the, like I said, Invocation of the Ancient Beast, the complete works, and it is really nicely done. Sean did an interview with Daniel. Sean, with the Croaky Boys, but I can't think of his YouTube name right now. But I'll link it because it's interesting, and he shows these also in depth. But yeah, nice re-release, and demo compilation is always interesting if you want to get to know a band. Yeah, limited to 100. This is 23, and there we go. Get that in a bit later. But yeah, that is Gorath. That was the first band by Usurper. Here is the Pantokrator Zine. I'll get it out. This is the first one, and this is a re-release, of course. Here we go. Anything else on? No. There's not much, or there's not much info actually on all of those bands. I know Proclamation has a bit more info here and there, but yeah. What is in here? Let's see if there is a. Originally published in 2003, but yeah, Profanatica. What else is in here? Defiance, Sado Goat, Unholy Archangel, Deceased, I think, Cult of That, Black Witchery, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. Gold Vomit, Mystifier, with the cross pictures. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I have to admit, I haven't read completely through it. I skimmed it, but yeah, so much info on all of these things that it hurts my brain sometimes. But yeah, it's nice to have this as an extra with the Blagorath record. And then last but certainly not least, and this is what got my attention for this order, is the Proclamation, the Imperious Jaws of Ire. The record is still playing, that's good. So we have the Proclamation limited edition Imperious Jaws of Ire demo LP, inserts, poster, woven patch, stickers, and then the Black Conjuration bonus Rehearsal LP. Reissue of the legendary demo Rehearsal tape from Spain's Heinous Tyrants, released for the very first time on vinyl. Ritualistic Black Death Hecatomb. Nice. This is the demo for that band that spawned 4 full lengths. I'm blanking on their titles, but together they formed Amen, and Amen came out as a box set on Nuclear War Now some time ago. And the covers are all that, you know, red big Proclamation logo with some demon on the cover. But yeah, never got into them really until I picked up this demo comp. The Hounds of Hades on the cover. This is the patch, basically the exact replica. Sound-wise, it is what it is. It is 2002. It's a demo recording. I have to say I haven't checked the full lengths, but the demo needs a bit more, or could use a bit more bottom end. It is a very duality between the room mix, because it's very plug and play, and the vocals are kind of laying on top of it. What this does better than maybe GATA is that GATA is one person, this is 2 person, and you have his voice, the usurper, I guess, and then the second voice is this, is a truly sick sound that comes out of that man's throat. There's this guttural synth that comes up here and there, not in the tracks, but mainly interludes, stuff like that. And then there's this old school stompy riff that gets punctuated by these church bells. I'm a very simple guy. If you just hit a church bell in the right spot, I'm your guy. So yeah, stripped down, primitive, warts and all, but it's basically Spanish war metal in the sense that blasphemy beherits the bestial side of things. Yeah, there you go. The back, the crucifix. There you go, and it's actually a very nice box. This is what I mean with the details. There is this, you will never get them out without the thing, but if you pull this cord, they slide right out. I'm not sure if they are, or if this is still available, but yeah. Thick box, very nicely screen printed. Let's do the Rehearsal first, Black Conjuration. So there's a demo and a Rehearsal. This was from 2004. 30th of January. Side Doom and Side Holocaust, Bestial Hordes from Hades, Baptism in Fire and Fallen, Angel of Doom, and Equimantum Torn. Ritualistic Black Death Hecatomb. Like I said, the quality on these things is impeccable. If this was the sleeve alone, it would be worth checking out. There is a sticker, then there are some liner notes. There you go. The personnel, usurper, and then you have angel tyrant, bearer of 4 winds, and bestial offensor. Jesus. Yeah. You have an Angel of Doom, Blasphemy song, and then Equimantor is by Battering. So there you go. Very well done. That is the back, that was the sticker, and they both come on these. The entire thing is on red. The other one was a marbled. This is a clear smoky red with some magic stuff on the center labels. But yeah, what you hear is what you get is basically a rehearsal for a bestial war metal band from Spain, so you kind of know what to expect, I guess. Flooded in black on the insides. It is very well done. This is the actual demo. Put on tape. These are the 2 guys, Mr. Usurper and Angel Tyrant. A lot of chains, a lot of spikes. Yeah, very nicely done. nasty releases with a lot of extra stuff. There you go, lyric sheets, and then some mandatory standing in front of a sepulchral statue with the entire blasphemy get up, I guess. Some Bible quotes, everything you need. There is this huge poster, I guess from the cover. There you go. I have to lean back for this one with the Hounds of Hades once again. There is the cards, which I showed earlier. Then there are stickers and a flyer. It's incredible. I mean, for the price they are asking, you get basically a piece of Spanish bestial history, which is very nicely done. And then, last but not least, once more, a Ouroboros Devil Star. That's it. The record is done, and I guess I'm done with this warm metal, or this warm climate metal. There's more stuff coming up, but in my head this was building and building, so I had to get this out. There's so much respect for both labels. Zombie Danz, you know, Dawn with the Most. I haven't talked about it too much in these videos, but yeah, there's so much respect for what Taufik and Daniel are doing that, you know, I want to do it proper. I hope I did. But yeah, we made it through the new video, and that's all that counts. Guys, thank you very much for the extras you always send me. Dave's, like I said, the domains, if it's still in stock, get it. I'm not trying to sell their stuff, but I'm trying to get you some great stuff. Yeah, 46 minutes, that should do it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back with some Caught in the Wild, with some, you know, black metal in general. But yeah, that's it for now. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you ASAP. Bye.